עכשיו תורך לשמור אותי ואת נפשי, מלא מילים ולא יוצאות אל מתוכי, כאילו לא זוכר כבר מי אני. עכשיו תורך כשקמו חרבות ברזל, כשבכל רגע מיליון שאלות שואל, מהחושך אל האור עוד מתפלל. עכשיו תורך לשמור אותי כמו שהבטחת, שם מבטחי בך בכל מה שאמרת. הצילני נא הצילני מן המצק רענני, כי שונאי פרצו גדר סגרו עליי. הצילני נא הצילני.
October 7th, I was on the way to shul and missiles started flying in the city. I live in Kiryat Malachi, which is 25 minutes away from Sderot. We understood something big is happening, and I'm a United Hatzalah volunteer, like Yosef said. And I got on my car. I was told to get all the equipment we have, tourniquets, bandages, anything available in my city, and bring it over to Sderot. I came to Sderot, and basically we dropped everything off there. We knew there's shooting in Sderot, we knew there's shooting in Ofakim. We had no idea what's happening around us. This is Saturday morning, like 9 a.m. We took we took an ambulance and we passed, I don't know if you guys know the road, we passed Sderot, you probably saw it when you came here, and we got to the junction called Sha'ar HaNegev, Tzomet Sha'ar HaNegev. When we got there, we started seeing bodies and burnt cars, and we started understanding what's happening. We're trying to check to see if there's anyone to save. Unfortunately, there wasn't anyone to save. We turned right from Michlelet Sapir, which is Road 34, down to 232 to the junction. And like I told you, we saw over 60 bodies. This is something. Listen, I've seen bodies in the past, but this is something that we have never seen before.
והלב יזכור, עם הנצח לא יביט שוב לאחור. עכשיו תורך לשמור אותי כמו שהבטחת, שם מבטחי בך בכל מה שאמרת. הצילני נא הצילני מן המצק רענני, כי שונאי פרצו גדר סגרו עליי. הצילני נא הצילני, אנא מהר להושיעני, לשוב לראות את החיוך של ילדיי.
Chief Rabbi said that we have to, all these cars that you see, is not a scrapyard. These are brand new cars that were burned, some of them with people inside. And basically the Chief Rabbi said that we have to clean out all ashes. We don't know what's human and what's not. Sometimes we do find bones, and basically we take them for burial. And not only that, when we're done with that, we have big vacuum cleaners and we vacuum clean all the ashes. And like they call it, from ash you came, and from ash we're going to put it back and we're going to bury the whole thing.
אני מת לחיבוק, אני לא מתגבר, שלא תדעי מה שאני עובר. איבדתי חבר אחרי חבר, ראיתי את כולם נופלים, אנשים הפכו לחללים, תגידי לי איך ממשיכים.
We had people piled in here. There's actually one American girl, I don't know if you guys have seen this, who survived from this. Like, there's about 18 people in here, and she tells the story of what it's like being under all these dead bodies. You can actually see from Hamas terrorist videos themselves.
I wanted to take a video of myself to my mom, and the camera was flipped upside the other way direction, so I kind of like served it around me because I wanted to turn it around and to speak to the camera and to send a video to my mom telling her that if I die, that I love her.
Mom, if you see this, I hope you don't see this. I love you.
And after 7 hours, 8 hours of us sitting there in the heat with dead bodies under us, he walked in and he screamed out Nitzan, and my cousin Ma'ol was next to me. He said, "They're here to rescue us. Get up, get up, get up." I got up and I was the first one outside of the bomb shelter.
So, you know, those of us who live in Efrat know when there's a siren, we have a minute and a half to find shelter and to get into our safe rooms. Here on the Otef Aza, on the border of Gaza, residents had 15 seconds to find shelter from incoming rockets.
We're right now at the entrance to Be'eri. I mean, this is really ground zero. First off, you saw all the military equipment that's here. Where in just a moment, we're gonna head over to this area and see firsthand everyone that is going in to Gaza. This is the road to Gaza. This is where all the equipment comes through. This is where all the troops go through. This is where all the missions start.
על מי אתה חושב שאתה בא פה צועק פלסטין בחינם? תפי, יא בני עמלק! חבלה! שמאל ימין שמאל איך כל המדינה במודים מגליל עד אילת. לוחמים לוחמות בקרבן ובקרב קרקל ברדלס. הבאנו את כל הצבא עליכם ונשבע לא תהיה מחילה. תפי, יא בני עמלק! כל היחידות מוכנות. גולני! נחלאווי! שריון! תפור גבעתי! כל הלוחמות באוויר, הנדסה איסוף וכפיר. כל היחידות בצה"ל באים לך ארבו על הראש שלהם, וואי וואי. עוד איקס לנשק, כי כל קלפי ג'ומו. חבו שנאפי להלחם גשם כחבות כל קלפי ג'ומו. כל מי שתכנן, כל מי שתמך, כל מי שביצע, כל מי שרצח, כל קלפי ג'ומו. הסתבכת, כל קלפי ג'ומו. שמעת, כל קלפי ג'ומו. נסראללה, כל קלפי ג'ומו. מוחמד אף, כל קלפי ג'ומו. עניה, כל קלפי ג'ומו. אבו בקלאווה, כל קלפי ג'ומו. בלחל דיטו הליפה, מיה קליפה, כל קלפי ג'ומו. כל היחידות בצה"ל באים לך ארבו על הראש שלהם, וואי וואי.
אם רק אבקש שתייבש את ים הדמעות של אלפי הדורות. עם אחר מי שהיה לפני זימה, לפני חורבה, לפני הזהות הנשכחה. עם אחר מי שהיה זמן אחר, תקופה שונה, אותו הלב, אותה תקווה.
This is a guy who's head of the farming Chachlaut community here in this area. Most of his family is currently in the Dead Sea right now. His brother was just killed in the fighting. He himself was very involved in it. He's someone that is, again, dear special. You see what it takes to make this happen. It's very special that he's able to go ahead and to do that for us. We're going to be with him for the next little bit a while, and there's nothing that I could possibly say in front of Yardei. Yardei Tzemach.
Thank you. Yes, so we're just thank you all for coming. First of all, just a few things before we go into the details of the kibbutz and what happened here. We will go to see some burnt houses and things like this. Please take photos only on the houses, inside houses, just the ones that I take you inside, okay? Because some families decided, or the remains of the family asked for don't bring people inside and take photos. They want to keep their privacy, and we respect it. So that's just the only rule. We are here in Kibbutz Be'eri, about 4 kilometers from Gaza, less than 3 miles. So with a car it would take 5 minutes or so, or less, to go to Gaza. We are in Kibbutz Be'eri. We were October 6th. We were 1,200 people, the biggest kibbutz in the region, the biggest community in the region, the strongest one. We have the printing factory just over here. Yeah, we had really the most beautiful life here. You know, for example, our family was, we had 4 brothers and 1 sister. All of us lived here in the kibbutz. I would see my nephews every day almost. My parents live here. Everything in walking distance or bicycle ride distance. You know, had family dinners once or multiple times a week. Grew up, the friends I grew up with also live here. We had really the most beautiful life here. Just to give you the idea, we have, out of 1,200 people, we have 94 people who are murdered, 35 who've been kidnapped to Gaza, 25 of them already came back, and 4 of them were murdered in Gaza. So we have 6 that are still there, 1 woman and 5 men. Yeah, so let's start the tour, and we'll go to see a few houses. This is my sister's house, and my sister had a tourist coming from this way. I'll show you later. All these houses were affected over there, and they were coming this way, and one friend from the security team was standing on this balcony, the white balcony over there, and killed the 2 terrorists that were over here. Wow. So she found, when she been evacuated, she saw two dead terrorists just on her doorstep. She had no idea that they are there. So this road that you see here with all the cars, this is the main road to Gaza now for the soldiers, for the army. This was also their main road. This was, if you would turn right, just where you waited for me outside, this is the road going straight to Gaza. So they just came here with the cars and you know, with the pickup trucks, with the machine guns, and with ATVs, and with motorcycles, and by foot, with bicycles, everything. So this was the first house that they came to. What they did, they entered inside. They tried, what they would do, they would try to take the family, kidnap them. At first they would kidnap, later they had enough people kidnapped, so they just started to kill everybody. But sometimes, for example, in this family, they had they kidnapped more people that they could fit in the car, so they just killed one of them outside of the car and dropped them. So this is the Gat family. here Carmel, Yarden, Alon and Geffen, his daughter. Alon and Carmel is a good friend of mine, and his sister and his wife and their daughter, 3-year-old, were kidnapped from here. And his mother, the grandmother of Geffen, was murdered here because she couldn't fit in the car. And his father was in the bathroom, and they didn't find him there, and he's saved. Just a few, they loaded them here in the car. They drove to Gaza. A few hundred meters, like 200 meters before Gaza, the terrorists saw a tank, so they pulled over on the side, tried to hide. And this is where Alon, Yarden, and Geffen were jumping off the car, started to run towards the bushes to hide, or towards a military base that later on they found that it was abandoned because it was taken over by the terrorists. And at some point, Yarden, the woman, was holding Geffen, the daughter, in her arm when they were running. At some point she gave Geffen to Alon, my friend, because he ran faster, and he kept on running, and she stopped, trying to hide under a tree. She said, if they're going to take someone, I prefer them to take me than my daughter. And Alon kept running. He was hiding in the bushes for 8 hours with his daughter until it was nighttime, until it was dark. And then he came back to Be'eri. He found soldiers. He drove, put his daughter with her grandparents, Yarden's parents, in Givatayim, and drove back here to look for Yarden. He went back to the same place. He couldn't find any blood or any body, so he understood that she's been kidnapped. And actually, around 2 weeks ago, she came back. And Carmel is still there, his sister. She's going inside. Look. Bullet in there. This is Ernest Hemingway. This belongs to Carmel, the one who is kidnapped. So you saw a house where they kidnapped people. What they did when they couldn't open the shelter door, or sometimes they didn't have enough people. Sometimes the children would come and burn the houses. So if they couldn't open the shelter door, they would just burn the house down, smoke the family out of the safe room, to force them to open the window and shoot them, or force them to jump out and then kidnap them from the safe room. And multiple people telling me that they heard children doing it in their house.
How old were the children?
Yeah, they were just hearing them, but they said from 6-year-old and and also old people who came to steal, or also help with putting the fire down. Or this is the civilians, yeah. People in Be'eri and all over the kibbutzim were leaning towards the left side, and a lot of them were peace activists and driving people from areas checkpoint to hospitals in Israel. And unfortunately, a lot of it's crazy that the people who were the most activists are now all dead. None of them actually survived. All the people who were peace activists in the area. There are at least 1 billion people from the third world would love to come to Israel, and as we have Thai workers, we can have people from other parts of the world. The Palestinians can go to Egypt or Jordan to work there. We have borders over there as well. Now we use volunteers for everything. The people from Thailand may come back, but we'll need to. The government will. People won't volunteer forever, of course, and the government will have to figure out what if they want agriculture to happen in Israel. They have to figure out the ways. I won't take workers from Gaza, even if the government will tell me, but will allow me. I think they will bring probably people from India or more from Thailand. I think a lot of people who would wish to come here and work here in Africa. The Thai people who work for me, they earn exactly 10 times each month, exactly 10 times what they would earn in Thailand. And this is just the minimum wage in Israel.
כמה פעמים צריכים אנו לימוד עד ששוב נעמוד, וכמה פעמים צריכים אנו לכאוב עד שכבר תחזור, עד שתחזור. אחר מי שהיה לפני זימה, לפני חובה, לפני הזהות הנשכחה. עם אחר מי שהיה זמן אחר, תקופה שונה, אותו הלב, אותה תקווה. כמה פעמים צריכים אנו לימוד עד ששוב נעמוד, וכמה פעמים צריכים אנו לכאוב עד שכבר תחזור, עד שתחזור.
It took more than a month to identify the man who died here in this house. They came with the archaeologists, came with the, how will you say, sifters, like you use for gold, and to find the littlest piece of bone that they can take a DNA from and recognize that he actually died. Because at first, a lot of the people we didn't know if they are dead or kidnapped. It's not like Hamas gave a list of people who were kidnapped. So a lot of the people who thought that we thought are kidnapped eventually were found to be dead, and sometimes it took more than a month to recognize the bodies. So this is the Bachar family, Avida, Dana, Carmel, and Adar, who were here. This is a family of four children. Only one of them was backpacking in India, the oldest one. The second one was in the army in Hebron. And the two youngest children were here. In October 7, the terrorists came, entered inside. He's actually, Avida is my boss. He's the manager of all the agriculture. I'm manager of the orchard, and he's the manager of all the farming industry. And in October 7, the terrorists came to his house. This is Bachar. This is the ones I told you. They have the sign here. They already took off the sign, but they thought this is the general. They came here and they tried to open the door. Vidar was a big guy and he also had a 15-year-old son. They were holding the shelter door and they told him, open the door. They said it in Arabic. He said, I'm not opening the door. They took a step back. The terrorists shot AK-47 through the doors. Vidar got shot, multiple shots on his leg. Carmel, the son, was getting 2 shots in the arm. His arm fell off. He started to bleed. But he twisted the door in some way that they couldn't open it anymore, the terrorists. So they started to burn the house down. They burned the house and they were waiting outside. Look, they even put like a bomb on top of they tried to break the safe room. They put a bomb on the safe room, trying to break it. And they burned the house down. And they tried to smoke them out. And they even put a bomb on the window. The window is like a very thick metal, so it didn't penetrate it. And they continued in putting more stuff on the fire to smoke the family out. When the family couldn't breathe anymore, they opened the window like this to breathe, and they put the barrel inside, shot, killed the mother almost instantly, and threw 3 grenades, actually 4 grenades, only 3 of them exploded, into this little safe room. They were lucky because all the grenades fell on a couch, on a sofa, and they were lying under the sofa, so the couch took most of the sofa took most of the damage, and it all went up, and they were just under, so they just got a few. It didn't kill them, but they got a lot of SCCM, I say? Shrapnels. And it continued on for hours. You know, this was like 9 or 10 a.m. when it happened, when it started. This family stayed in the safe room for 15 hours until the army arrived at 11 p.m. The mother died, the son died of losing blood. The father, in some point, he also passed out. He lost consciousness, and only the 13-year-old girl was conscious. She was also wounded, but she was the only one conscious. She took all 4 of their phones. One she called her brother, the oldest brother in the army. One she called like their friend who is in special forces in the army. One she called people from the kibbutz, and one she texted like the WhatsApp group of the neighborhood. The recordings of the girl sending to her brother who was in Hebron.
אנחנו אוהבים אתכם, אבא וכרמל פצועים, בבקשה תקראו לעזרה כמה שיותר מהר, בבקשה אנחנו אוהבים אתכם.
We love you. Father and Carmel are injured. Please call help as fast as you can.
בואו בבקשה, תעזרו לנו.
Can please help us.
תבואו. וכרמל גם. כרמל ביד, אבא בכל הגוף מכוער, בבקשה.
Carmel in the hand.
כרמל גם.
Carmel in the hand have holes in his hand. Father all over his body.
בבטן.
Carmel also in the belly.
שיבואו. בבקשה תתקשרו למי שצריך.
Please call anybody you need.
למי שצריך, תחזרו לו מתי כבר, בבקשה שיבואו.
Please come.
לא יודעת אם הם יצאו.
I don't know if they will ever make it.
אין זה.
No help.
בבקשה. בואו, עכשיו. יורים בנו, בואו.
They are shooting at us. You hear that they are trying to open the window on the background.
תעזרו לנו, בבקשה, אם זה הכל עלינו של השם. בבקשה.
They threw 3 grenades on us. They are shooting at us. I love you. We are almost dead here. Call help, please. Now. We are dying here.
אנחנו כולנו פצועים. סך הכל היינו 3 ריבונים, כולנו עשן. זרקו עלינו רימון, ברגל יש לי חור. אני מסך זה כדי, יש לי ברגל 5 חורים.
I have 5
זרקו עלינו
holes in my leg. They threw a lot of grenades on us.
וכרמל, לא יודעת איפה, במעבר לא יודעת איפה, אני יודעת רק איפה אני נמצאת.
I only know that I'm alive and don't know if anyone else is alive. The shooting in the background.
ירים, בבקשה, תזיקו עזרה.
Please get help.
אני אוהבת אתכם, אנחנו אוהבים אתכם, אנחנו כולנו אוהבים אתכם. כרמל, תישאר איתנו. אל תעצור עיניים. אמא, תישאר איתנו. אל תעצור.
We love you. Carmel, stay with us. Don't close your eyes. Mother, please stay with us. Don't close your eyes. Help us. We are wounded all over our body.
אמא, את מרחיבה לי.
Mother, you are helping me. She was holding her arm very tight in her last breath.
אני כל הרגל שלי פצועה, כל הרגל שלי יש לי חירורים. אבא כל הרגליים שלו, כרמל גם. אמא, לא, את אמא עומדת למות, אני אומרת להם. תעזרו לנו, תבקשו כל מישהו שיכול לעזור לנו.
The father have holes. I have holes all over my body. Mother is dying. My father also have holes all over his body. Help us, please.
אני לא יודעת איפה היא נמצאה, אבל היא היחידה שכמעט מאבדת את הכרה, היא וכרמל. אני ואבא עוד קצת בסדר, אני הכי בסדר. אבא קצת נושם, אבל אנחנו חייבים עזרה.
I'm in the best condition. Mother and Carmel in the worst condition.
אני שוב פעם חזרו, תעזרו
They
לנו.
came back again.
שורפים אותנו, אנחנו לא מצליחים. שורפים אותנו.
They are burning us. We can't breathe.
כן, אבל שורפים אותנו. תבקשו עכשיו, שיבואו לעזור לנו.
Please
כן,
come.
אבל שורפים אותנו.
They are burning us. We love you. We love you so much. Bye. That's it. And the mother and Carmel died from losing blood. They've been staying here in the shelter for 15 hours. The army arrived only in 11 p.m. The father was also unconscious. The army wanted to leave the father as well. And the girl was saying to them, no, he's alive, take him as well. Now he lost his leg. Adar is, they are both in the hospital in rehabilitation. Every week or so they sneak away together from the hospital because they can't stay there for too long with their machines on them, and they come to help, not to help, but to thank the volunteers in the fields and to see how the fields are doing and how we are doing in the kibbutz. And Adar was also helping with cooking in the dining room a few days ago. And very, very inspiring family, very optimistic. And yeah, they will be okay. Of course, Dana and Carmel died. Yeah.
מנוחה נכונה על כנפי השכינה במעלות קדושים וטהורים כזוהר כי המאזינים אס נשמות אחינו ואחיותינו שנהרגו שנשחטו ושנשרפו על קדושת השם. אדוני הוא נחלסה בגן עדן תהא מנוחסה. וינוחו בשלום על משכבה ויעמדו לגורלם לקץ הימים ונאמר אמן.
As we know, in 7 a.m. or 5 past 7, we got on the WhatsApp group that there are terrorists in the kibbutz, and from the security team, 10 out of 15 people that usually in the team, 10 were in the kibbutz, and only 5 of them had weapons. In the last few years, the army encouraged us to leave our weapons in a weapon lock, because there was people who stole weapons from members of Kitat Konenut. He encouraged us to leave our weapons in a safe room. I was the one who kept my gun in my house. My brother also. So my brother lived just over there near the houses that we've just been to, in one of the houses that we've just been past. And he left 5 past 7 a.m. He left his house, left his children. He have a 4.5-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son, and his wife left them in the safe room, in the shelter, and came outside with a gun. Just a minute after he left home, he hears gunshots, and he sees his friend, Gil, one of the members of the security team, wounded right here, where we standed just before. He managed to find the 3 terrorists who killed the Gil, who shot Gil, and he managed to kill them, and he dragged him here into the dental clinic. My brother was a medic in the army, and he also knew that there is a medical gear here. And he called the medical team of the kibbutz. And 5 minutes later, the rest of the security squad came here, because they found 2 of them stayed in the main gate of the kibbutz, because they thought the army would come, so they thought they will just direct the army to where the terrorists are. So 2 of them stayed near the main gate of the kibbutz, and the rest came over here. One of them took Gil's weapon, and they continued over there. And just where these 2 soldiers are, they got grenades being thrown at them, and 4 more of his friends, were wounded. And my brother came, and some of them came by themselves, and some of them, my brother helped drag them over here. And the rest of the medical team of the kibbutz already been here. It's a doctor, a paramedic, and a nurse. And my brother and another good friend of mine, Eitan, stayed here to protect this the whole place where the wounded people are, and the medical team. These 2 kindergartens, where there was estimated over 100 terrorists in both of them alone. This is very protected house, so the terrorists know to come here, and they stayed there, and they were hiding here. and my brother, there was a pickup truck parking just here. My brother was just behind this pickup truck, pointing, didn't let any terrorists come out of these two kindergarten towards this way, and protecting this junction over here. And Eitan was right behind there to protect this junction. And they managed to kill many terrorists. They fought here for 7 hours. After 7 hours, around 2 p.m., just after 2 p.m., they ran out of ammunition. And after they were using their ammunition, the wounded friends' ammunition, they ran out of ammunition. And then the terrorists came, started to throw grenades on them. They ran inside, and the terrorists broke the windows, threw grenades through the windows, and then went inside and killed them all, except for one. They killed them all from from zero range, zero distance. There was only one of the guys who was wounded. He was already got 2 bullets, and he was full of blood. He vomiting on himself. He was full of his own vomit and his blood, and he pretended to be dead. So they didn't kill him, they didn't shoot him, they thought he was already dead. And he's the one who told us the story eventually. And yeah, they died here around 2:30, and around 3 p.m. they were protecting all this neighborhood that you just saw that remained untouched by terrorists. And they were dragging all the fire towards them. All the terrorists were coming this way and staying, instead of going this way over there. And about half an hour after they were dead, the army entered the kibbutz and started to fight around 3 p.m. And they arrived here. They rescued Yahir, the guy who was wounded, around 4 p.m. It took them an hour to get here. And yeah, my brother was 39 years old. His name is Shachar Tzemach. 39 years old. He was 1 year older than me. He had 2 children and a wife. They are now in the death. Yeah, and this is their story. So 5 people died here.
בוא נצלול קצת יותר עמוק, קצת חוסר ודאות, נשטוף את כל מה שיושב עליי. עכשיו הכל חשוך ולא רואים ממטר, תחזיק אותי, תגיד לי שיהיה בסדר, אין לי דבר, תעיר לי שאוכל לחזור, כי אני פה לבד, אל תבקש סליחה, תגיד לי שהכל יסתדר, ימים עוברים ליד, תן לי לראות אותך, כי גם השמש לא עוזרת, מה שאני צריכה, תבוא אליי, תיגע בי מהר, כי גם השמש לא עוזרת. בוא נספור, לא רק עד 3, קצת חוסר אדישות, נזרוק את כל מה שסוגר עליי. עכשיו הכל חשוך ולא רואים ממטר, תחזיק אותי, תגיד לי שיהיה בסדר, אין לי דבר, תעיר לי שאוכל לחזור, כי אני פה לבד, אל תבקש סליחה, תגיד לי שהכל יסתדר, ימים עוברים ליד, תן לי לראות אותך, כי גם השמש לא עוזרת, מה שאני צריכה, תבוא אליי, תיגע בי מהר, כי גם השמש לא עוזרת.
single, haven't been affected in any way. Just easy to see and appreciate how beautiful it is inside. I went the first time I came here after October 7. I went here and said Birkat HaGomer for the first time in my life.
This area over here is called Somet Shuva, the junction of Shuva. The Yeshuv of Shuva is just down the road right here. All of the bodies on October 7th were brought right here at this junction. They were put down here on the ground, injured, dead, of both us and theirs. And everything was brought here, and from here it was coordinated with helicopters and ambulances to take you to Soroka, Tel HaShomer, Hadassah, wherever it might be. 3 brothers from this particular yeshuv are like, hey, all this personnel is here, it's getting cold at night, and they have nothing to drink, and it's all like haphazard. So they took an extension cord, and then another and another from all their neighbors, and another until they were able to bring it here, and they brought an urn for coffee. 1 urn and some taster's choice. That's it. And everyone's like, oh wow, cool. At least there's some coffee that we have here that we're able to go ahead. And then someone's like, wow, thank you, that's really nice. I'm gonna bring a little bit of like food. And then somebody said, I'll bring a little fridge and put some yogurts in it. And someone else said, well, I'll actually bring a real coffee machine. And then someone went ahead and said, I'm gonna go ahead and bring a whole jerry tent, which is inside here are fleeces and clothing and underwear and things like that. And then someone said, well, I'll go ahead and build you a pergola. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring you benches. And here's the point. Soldiers on their way in and out of the front all stop here. They know that. They know they can stop here and pick up some toothbrushes, underwear, undershirts, all the things that you need that we're bringing. It's all going on in here. They know they can stop here like these guys who are listening. They can say, hey, this guy's making it up. who are here sitting down and eating.
Everything is free and everything is donation by people, like nice, lovely people that just want to help the soldier. They're coming. And every day we have about 3,000 to 4,000 meals going out from here. And not only here, and we also sending for the soldier, I'm sorry about my English, for the soldier on the field, some of them cannot move from the field. So we call us, we bring them food, till the place that they exist in the field. From the south, north of Gaza to the south. All around like 40 kilometers. Anywhere, we just deliver. I'm like, Dror is one of the brothers, like there's 3 brothers like he said. One his name is Dror. He did everything at the beginning. And Kobe, by the way, people donate wood. He asked them to bring wood and he did everything, the pergola and everything he did by himself. All what you see here, chair, tables, and over there the stand, also he did everything on his hand. And another brother is Eliran, and also we trying always to find some people. We always trying to find some people to have money to bring more food, that no one of the soldiers be hungry. So we have like 24 hours. We're working here, and everything is donation.
אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, הוא יברך את חיילי צבא הגנה לישראל. הוא יברך על משמר ארצנו.